I just finished watching Bird Box, the new movie on Netflix that everyone's going crazy about. And honestly, I think it's a good movie. I really do. I don't think it's a good horror movie, but it's a good movie. It has like a lot of plot, you know, this supernatural force is like terrorizing these folk, and you gotta put on your blindfolds and be all ninja stealth-like. It's pretty interesting. I also find it weird that it can whisper to you, but it can't like directly harm you. But it can like push you, but it can't like just like, you know, like. And I don't know what it was about the romance between what's her name, Mallory and Tom, but I was about it. I was like, the moment you saw him, you knew he was trying to slide into some DM. He came in all smooth, like, hey yo, Ma, let me help you out. Let me get, oh, you pregnant? All right, that's not gonna be a problem in 5 months. A character that I really liked was Douglas, because I feel like I would have been Douglas. I love myths, legends, and all that stuff. And he had the round glasses, and I love round glasses. And honestly, like, when he was like, the puka from Celtic mythology, I was like, yes. All right, me and him, we're tag teaming. We're not gonna just like get ate and suicided like these other motherfuckers. No. We gonna know what to do. We're going on a hunt. We hunting this thing. R.I.P. You survived to get out, but this is something you couldn't get out from. And I appreciate the shit out of you. I can't remember his name right now, but I'm gonna call him Baldy, the old bald dude. He was also a real one. Like, he was a real one. I was like, him. He knows what he's talking about. He's over there like, don't let them in. They're gonna kill us all. No, you don't know what you're talking about. Blah. Every time he was right. Like, he was an asshole, but he was right. He told you, don't look at the screen, you go and die. Nope. Look what happened to you. Don't let him in, he's gonna kill us. Great, look what happened. We can just stay here in the supermarket. There's no real reason to leave. I was like, you're right. There's no logical, logistical, religious reason we should ever leave this place. And yet here he is in the car going back to the town, to the house, and he gets murdered. The fuck? I don't trust people in the apocalypse. No one should trust people in the apocalypse. I really love the movie. Like, the monsters was good in the sense that, like, it caused the main characters to do something that they normally wouldn't do and, like, have to adapt to a situation they were unaccustomed to, which I was just thinking, like, wouldn't this world just be perfectly fine if everyone was blind? Because we have blind people already. And they show that in the end of the movie, the essential safe haven is a school for the blind. Go fucking figure. In a lot of ways, it reminds me of A Quiet Place, where if you're, well, I guess it's not really like A Quiet Place, because if you're deaf, you can still make a sound, and therefore, it's a good movie, but it's not really a good horror movie. It's not particularly scary. The whole fear of the monster is that you can't see it, and if you see, then you'll die. But, you know, just wear a blindfold, learn Braille, get one of them stick things. The movie plays upon the fear of the unknown, which if you listen to authors, or rather read authors like H.P. Lovecraft, that was his whole aesthetic, the Cthulhu mythos and everything like that. It played upon the fear of the unknown. You could give an abstract idea a form, and then that form kind of lends its way to whatever you want it to be. For example, a lot of the mythos had these big sea creature looking things that if you ever saw them, you would just go insane, which lines up with the movie. So the concept isn't new, but maybe new to mainstream media, but it's been around since the 80s. Your work only becomes valuable after you're dead. Shit. The movie did a lot of things right, though, about horror genre, in the fact that people, when thrown into a completely new situation, will go 100% haywire. You had the old woman character who had full faith that the army was going to solve everything, but you can see that because she was from an older time, it, made sense. Like, back when she would be in trouble, the US Army would be the ones to solve it all. And then you have the old bald dude who may have been he was an asshole a lot of the time, but he looked like the type of person who had to grow up learning how to fend for himself. Might be the reason behind his character. And I also think that he voiced a lot of the not so good thoughts that we were having about like what we would really do. Like, would we really let a new person in when we have like barely enough food to feed us, and there's a pregnant woman here? None of us are doctors. Maybe the old lady knows how to handle childbirth, but I don't know. I like how Sandra Bullock's character Mallory gets pretty much detached from things, excluding, her partner and the kids, but names the kids boy and girl. Their names, those are names. They're not good names, but they're names. It's what it would have been. I'm honestly surprised they lasted 5 years in that house without anything happening. Like, maybe things did happen off screen. But yeah, it's a really good movie. It's just that it's not scary, because at the end of the day, the thing can only hurt you if you see it. A viable method would have probably been to like be under a blanket, but have a camera out and like periodically like take a photo, go under the camera, see what's out there, and then progress, and you're like, okay, I'm about boom boom kicks, and then that's the car in the photo, so all right, next photo. It would have been slow, but it's effective. And I mean, we do have the psychos. There are a shit ton of psychos, and that's scary. They'll like pry open your eyes to make you look. And honestly, if they didn't have the psychos in there, it would just be a world where everyone's wearing blindfolds, or someone figured out maybe use infrared. I think there are some clever ways you could get around it, like funnel them into the house that is closed off, and you gotta fuck them up there. You can take the blindfolds off and just do this mano y mano stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's just a bunch of like random things about the movie that I wanted to talk about after recently just watched it. This video has literally no structure whatsoever. Like, I'm honestly thinking I should be writing like a script down or something before I do this, but fuck it, this is minimal effort. C's get degrees. Alright, deuces.